you got three pieces of no, they're not steaks. 6 pieces per fish, 3 pieces per side. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now you take those pieces from being long ways and turn them this way. Go right down the center, just on the inside of what would be, the center line, and just go right down and peel them out, just like that.
Oh, I got you. So you're cutting out the bloodline right.
And then when you can take that piece of skin that's left and hold it up and look, and it's you got your skin, and the meat does like this, and obviously much bigger.
I got you.
Or because you're almost as big, but you can see the triangle from that bloodline in it. And then what do you do? And do you
smoke them? Do you fry them?
Hot grease.
Hot grease and fried up?
Actually, the way I like them is blackened.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Blackened anything's
now,
good, man.
Kingfish, I've done kingfish that way, but a bigger kingfish, I like to steak them. And I ate kingfish this year for the first time. I've never had it before this year. Oh my God!
I'll have to make it for you.
Dude, I got a neighbor that moved in next door to me in December. He's a professional chef. Rock on Dave. I'm telling you, this guy. I'll just tell you what he did. He marinated it in lemon juice, salt, and ice for 16 hours. And then he took it out of the lemon juice, salt, and ice. I guess he was redoing the ice. I don't know. Took it out of that and soaked it in Italian dressing for 5 hours. Then he put them on the grill with Lowry's Cajun seasoning on top.
That's 21 hours of work.
Best fish I've ever had in my life. Ever.
I took a tip from Danny that he gave us a couple, 3 years ago. The sleeve that your newspaper comes in. Use those sleeves to put the fish in to throw them in the cooler. Saves a whole lot of mess in the cooler.
I like that. I'm good with that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, great big old yard trash bag. Hopefully you catch enough to fill it, but just throw a trash bag in the cooler on top of the ice. Put the fish in that. It saves a whole lot of cleaning.
Is there even a limit on
Actually, I throw the guts in the bag when I get home because I clean them at the house. So.
And I think they only have to be 12 inches.
12, yeah. 15 per person, 12.
Is there any meat on 12? I mean, there can't be much on 12.
I don't think I've ever caught 12 inches. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. Big a fish as I do. I don't know that I've ever seen a 12-inch mackerel.
I've never caught a 12-inch
Sounds like bait then.
Here, throw that thing back out there.
I don't know where they're at.
There's one that's usually stitches.
Yeah. I thought it was 14 for keeper.
Anything else?
Nobody wants to brag about the 12-inch mackerel they call it.
Yeah.
Jason, have you started tarpon fishing yet?
A little bit.
Are you doing the bridge or beam point? My
Neither.
son and I are going out.
There's some fish.
New moon tide is Sunday, so
There's some fish at the bridge. I don't think they're thick on the beaches yet. I hooked some on the outer flats. Actually, today we had one for about 5 seconds. Just fishing some outer flats south. I was actually mixing it up, fishing some mackerel and trout. It's just been so windy. I was going to do some tarpon this past week. Starting next week, I got a lot of tarpon trips.
yep.
So I suspect around the full moon we got coming up.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Six.
And the fish are getting finicky because we fished today. I mean, it was consistently just bite. We caught a bunch of trout today. I was fishing St. Pete on 6 school redfish and it was 5 boats and we chased them. Incoming out goals, they won't bite. The fish are moving around a lot. Baits get a little sketchy. Around this full moon. It's good sometimes and other times it's less because the fish move around a lot. But I suspect it's going to start pushing these fish. I know they're down in Boca. There's some in the pass already. So, yes.
2.5 weeks ago, they were catching tarpon off the Reddington Long Pier. I saw them catch 3
Yeah.
off there.
Yeah, there's some on
2.5
the
weeks
beaches.
ago.
They're just not real thick. When they come in thick, there's a lot of fish out there. I usually try not to. I mean, when I go out there, I want them to be like thousands of them on the beach.
Yeah.
You get like 100 and 100 tarpon getting in the bite is.
And I was there last Sunday, and it was tough, man. I had 10 presentations to probably 50 fish, and nothing going on, man. Yeah. No bites, no takers. And they weren't spooked out. They were just cruising literally right on the buoy line, right there.
Yeah, tarpon, even the fish that are on the outer flats, they're scattered. So it's kind of tough to say I'm going to go tarpon. I'm kind of like fishing for, mackerel and trout. do is you want to try to draw when the fish are scattered on the beaches. Try to draw them into. You use some cut bait. It almost gets aggravating because you're just sitting back there cutting for like an hour. This is when it's good to hire a guide because he does all the work and you just kind of sit there. I mean, it looks like a blood mess in the back of my boat sometimes on mackerel or tarpon. So use some cut bait. Redfins are great cut bait because they got that oily scent. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for tarpon.
How's the bite going to be this weekend with that so-called supermoon?
I don't know, man.
Tide's going to be
It's gonna be a tough fight. The bait's scattering around. We were all scrambling a little bit to get bait.
Tiger, the supermoon in '05, how did we do?
It was sick. Absolutely sick. When that water started running out, and I mean running out, we couldn't. As soon as you threw it and the bait hit the water, it was a snook on, snook on, snook on. And then that's when I caught, what was it, a 35, 36 inch trout?
32-inch trout.
Problem is, I wasn't paying attention. I about lipped it. I'm not lying.
The water was really dark. The snook and the trout that he caught, they were all just dark. You know, from being in that dark water. Was that off of Pawnee Point? There was one hole that we just anchored in. We didn't have enough sense. It just looked like a place to catch bass, so that's why we parked there. Because it was like the third time we'd had the boat out, and I mean, we must have caught in 45 minutes. We probably caught between the three of us 150 snook, one right after another. Now there was nothing great big, but I don't know how many times we had three on at the same time, just
That was
running all around the boat.
before the kill, right?
Oh, way
A
before.
week later, the red tide hit.
They knew they were gonna die, so they just gonna give you your money. But yeah, the tarpon bite's gonna start happening.
I was out at Valencia Lakes Tuesday. Have you heard anything about a petition going around to halt the snook until 2013?
Yes.
And I support
Good.
it. You support it?
I can tell you, anybody books a charter with me, I don't care if they're open or not, I'm not keeping snook.
Jason and I last year ran a 2-boat deal, and we both. Is anybody here from Chicago?
New York.
Oh, was it New York?
Yeah, Yankee stuff.
They were originally from Chicago, moved to New York.
Nothing against people from New York.
City folk, right?
They
Tell me they're city folk.
They
offered
offered
$500
They offered
to
both of us $500 above and beyond the cost of the charter to keep us snug.
Oh, those are definitely city folk.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah,
They're like, you can't keep them? I'm like, no. Why? Because we lost like 70% of our fish. You just can't keep one? I'm like, no. Like, you mean tell me give me $10?
It's like 22
I
inch
said no.
snook. He's like, I don't want to buy him from you.
That's the reason our city folk want to cut the city
There's
loose
some
and let it
snook
cool
around
down.
right now. We're not catching near the numbers we should be catching. This time of year, it'd be nothing to go out for us to go and catch 40 or 50 skunk. We can go out and work all day and maybe, on a good day, maybe catch 20. But there's not a lot of schools out there. I'll tell you, there's one school down south that there's been a boat on, or 4 boats on, every day since the beginning of March.
$500 a fish, you bet that people are selling them.
And what's happening, yes, it's catch and release, but we're pounding them to a point to where they're not gonna survive. They're not gonna survive those hooks. There's not that many fish. If everybody in here went snook fishing and y'all all caught 2 snook, how many snook did we just catch?
A lot.
20% of those snook are gonna die, just because they got a hook in them. So, I limit what I'm doing with snook, I'll target them, but
Sparing.
I'm not gonna pound them for 6 hours like I would before the freeze. I just won't do it. I'll go in, I'll fish them for an hour, maybe 2, and I'm gonna go off and do something else.
Yeah.
I'd rather just wait for however long it takes for the stocks to come back, because there's nothing better than to get a good snow.
There is. I will tell you, in March and April, I've seen a lot of fish, but it's nothing to what we had. And I'm just being honest, not going one extreme to the other. I think it's way better than what it was last year.
Right.
I think last year we seen a lot of big fish, the breeders. This year we're starting to see, and Danny knows more about the sizing and how old and the size and all that. Seeing a lot of the 12 to 15 to 18 inch fish, that's post kill. So that's the fish that, I don't care if you got a bank with 30 inch snook. They didn't get that big by being dumb. It's the 18 to 22-inch fish is the majority of the fish that you're gonna catch, and you'll get one big stem that's the big one.
If you've got an 18-inch snook, that fish was attached after the freeze. Early this year, we were catching big snook. We would go out and catch snook. 26, 28 inches was not uncommon. They were great. But we weren't catching 14 inches to 16 inches. That was concerning to me. Now, as we got later into the spring, we started catching a few more of these, but still nothing to really need, nothing like we should be seeing.
What's that guy at FWC, Taylor?
Ron Taylor.
I went to the Snook Symposium several years ago, and he said that a big snook, anything, and when he classified bigs like 35 inches plus, 34 inches plus, whatever, that size snook can go 60 days without eating. Now they won't, but they can. When they, when you get, if the weather was to get cool and the water, not cold, but cool, their metabolism slows down and they don't have to eat, so they can go that long. He said the juvenile snook can go 30 to 40 days without eating. So, just like Jason says, if you see,
they're young and dumb and hungry, they just,
right, but I mean, if you see, like you said, 30-inch snook laying over there, which there are places that we used to have where that you could find that, and they don't eat. You could go, those snook mostly are going to eat at night, and they're going to eat big stuff.
They'll eat on around your new moon phase or a weather change, like a front roll.
Yeah, those snook are eating mullet. They're eating 1 pound mullet.
Understand too that, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, when you guys see a decision in August, remember that it's probably going to be a coast-wide decision. So even though, and I'm just trying to educate people in the local area, they're probably, and I think they're going to open it for the coast. They're not going to say, okay, Tampa, you're closed. Okay, Sarasota, you're open. Because then you run into, if you think about it, you're going to have issues. What if you're in Sarasota and you go to Bradenton, it's closed and open, you got that line. So they're probably going to open it or close it statewide. So that doesn't mean because they open it that our snook fishing is good to go here. We can just start throwing them in the pool. So just keep that in mind. I can tell you that I personally have about 235 days in the water last year, and probably going to do at least that this year. It is not what it was, but it is better, and that's my honest opinion on it. I urge everybody. I've written some articles in the Southshore saying the snook are on the comeback, but as I write that, I still urge people. Every fish is very important. It is important that not only do you know how to catch the fish, but you know how to release them and make sure that fish comes off and he's not damaged. And by no cost, you guys keep anything. There's some people, and Danny's seen it. They live in the water. Oh, it's just one fish. No, it's not just one fish. That fish reproduces, and it's a lot of fish to be killed. It's not. Or there's plenty of other fish out there that are good eating. Everybody says, "Oh, we love snook." I've had snook. It's great, but there's fish that I like just as much. I think the reason why people think snook are so good is because they've been such a tight
fish.
There's been such a tight limit on them for the last 8 years that it's you can't keep one. So when somebody gets a keeper that even before the kill, I told Danny this. I think the year before, I said, man, it's almost like the slot limit is fished out.